While consulting summer internships are traditionally for juniors, there are a rise of sophomore summer internship programs amongst many of the top consulting firms, often referred to as freshman or sophomore summer consulting internships. These internships are an amazing opportunity to get a sense of the culture of the firm, test out a little bit of the work, and build your resume for future opportunities with that firm and beyond. In this episode, we'll discuss why firms offer sophomore summer internships, who is eligible for the summer internships, what you do in a sophomore summer internship, examples of sophomore internship programs, and how to successfully apply for sophomore summer internships. But before we do, please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel for more great content just like this. Let's dive in. First, why do firms have sophomore internship programs? A few years ago, firms had a couple of core revelations. Number one, they were in the most competitive labor market we have ever seen, and therefore they needed to go earlier in the recruitment cycle to find the best talent. And number two, many of them began to build DEI or diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives inside the firm to try to figure out how to build the next generation of consultants that better reflected the clients that they worked with. Because of these two goals, these sophomore summer internships are also often intersecting with diversity goals inside the organizations. So who is eligible for sophomore summer internships? First of all, who is not eligible? If it states that it's a sophomore internship, if you're a freshman, you're not eligible. You're also not eligible if you're a junior and you missed last year's recruitment cycle. So only sophomores are eligible for sophomore summer internships. The same thing would hold true if it's a freshman summer internship or if it's an internship for juniors. So make sure that you're applying in the right year with the right program for the right firm. But second of all, firms often will place some distinctions on the types of candidates that they really want to see in their pipeline for these summer internships. Those can include underrepresented groups, such as Black or African American, Hispanic or Latinx, women, LGBTQ, veterans, or more. So what are these sophomore internships? Are they the same as junior internships where you do a 10-week intern process, full onboarding, work on a case, and more? Or are they a different kind of program? Well, again, it will differ a bit by firm, and so it's important to get to know each firm's individual programs. But in general, we have a few options to lay out in this episode for you. First of all, most of them do take place inside the summer, while some of them will take place during common school breaks, such as winter break. So make sure you pay attention to both the deadlines and also the timing of the programs. Second, there are different lengths for sophomore internships. Some of them are more like a snack. They're focused on a 1.5 to 2 day experience where you go and meet people at the firm, hear about the work, and maybe do a group case together. Whereas some of them are full work processes, internships just like the junior internship, simply isolated for sophomores. The format is that most of them are in person. You'll be staffed to a specific office, and therefore offices hold the responsibility for choosing their own interns. But some of them are virtual. And of course, for those firms, you can live anywhere, work anywhere, and be with a firm that has an office anywhere as well. There are multiple benefits to these kind of internships, and the firm is offering an opportunity to get exposure to folks at very senior levels that have had successful careers. You'll want to connect with every single one of them on LinkedIn. Make sure that they know your name and get to know who you are as a person. They will be the people who will sponsor you, not just potentially for a future offer, but also for your career at large. So make sure the process of getting to know them is one that you don't take lightly. Finally, there's an outcome of the summer internship. Most of them include an automatic invitation to the junior internship application. So if you work a whole summer, you get a chance to do a second summer. What does that mean? You're a likely standout in your second summer when a full-time offer is on the line. But for those who don't make it an automatic offer, it's a conditional offer, which means that they would love to get you an internship invite, but you're going to have to prove yourself throughout the course of the summer. Either way, it's a fast track in to top careers in consulting. If you have a sophomore summer internship or want to get ready for it, our strategy sprint program is an amazing way to do that. Because for any firm that you're working for, there will be a coach on our team that can help get you up to speed in only 1 week. It's like the best onboarding program you've ever seen. Now let's move on to talk about some specific examples of sophomore summer internships for the consulting world. There are gratefully so many of these that we can't even put them in this episode, but I do want to highlight some of the specific programs because firms aren't always great at finding candidates at all the places that you would like to be found. So if they aren't at your school, you can go look up these search terms directly to find these programs, network your way in, and apply directly. Let's walk through a few of these options. First of all, there's the Bain Building Entrepreneurial Leaders Program, or the BEL program. There's the BCG Growing Future Leaders Program. There's the McKinsey Sophomore Summer Business Analyst Program. All of these will get you access to opportunities at the top 3 firms in the consulting world. In addition, there are other opportunities, such as the PwC Destination CPA, the Accenture Student Leadership Program, and more from firms like EY, Deloitte, KPMG, and LEK that also have programs. In addition, we expect that more firms on top of these will be adding programs for sophomores in the future. Finally, last but not least, let's talk about some opportunities for you to gain access to these programs because after all, there are lots of benefits. Some of them are paid, they're a fast track to opportunities and mentorship, and they're going to look great on your resume whether you apply to continue with these firms or move somewhere else. But first, you've got to get in, and you can't take it lightly. We've seen a lot of people think that this is a trial run for internships and that internships are a trial run for full-time opportunities. Not so. Firms are rigorous in their follow through of you. And if you don't succeed the first time, it's harder for them to come back and select you to be in the candidate pool in the future. First of all, do not take the application process lightly. You need the best resume and the best cover letter you can build. And at this point in your career, you actually need to pull off most of your high school information. You need to demonstrate that while you've been in college, you've done something really remarkable that will help you stand out to the organizations. Number 2, you need to network with previous participants of the program. Why does this matter? Well, if they're on your campus and just senior to you, they're not only going to be great mentors, but they're going to refer you through the process. Many of those candidates who already went through the program are now on the team that selects the next batch. And so make sure that you understand both what you're getting yourself into and how to position yourself, but that you're also having the opportunity to build an alliance with those folks. Number 3, as you're reviewing your resume, make sure that it's well balanced. A lot of junior and sophomore applications are imbalanced where they have too much education or a ton of leadership and no other work experience. Again, our strategy sprint program can help to bulk out the experience portion of your resume to demonstrate that you have an interest in building your resume for consulting opportunities. Fourth and final, most of these opportunities include at least 1 round of case interviews. And many people, especially sophomores, will underestimate the power of the case interview as an evaluative tool. Plus, you might read a book and think that that's good enough. It's not. This is a brave new world. And so your case interview prep process usually will take 6 or more weeks. Make sure you plan your schedule accordingly. At the end of the day, these are programs that you want to get. Sophomore consulting internships are hard to come by and they're competitive. So make sure that you're ready with great experience, an awesome resume, and a plan to network and apply. If you want help walking through that process, we are here to help you. You can work with us one-on-one to make sure that everything you do is exactly what the firms would expect and you get your best shot at these top career positions. Thanks so much for listening. We hope to see you on the other side.